Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Starladder Season 9, day number 17. That is right, we are over halfway through the group stage of the tournament, but lots of good games still to come. Nothing has been decided as of yet. Our first match for today will be FNATIC versus Meet Your Makers, and before we jump into the match, we can take a very quick look at the teams and see how they're doing in Starladder thus far. Both teams are 3-3. Both teams have looked solid, but neither is in a convincing or comfortable position by any means. If we take a look at the group standings, we will see that they're right in the kind of the middle of the pack here, as you would expect. 3-3. They're not out of the running by any means yet. Some of the teams above them have just played more games. Like you look at Relax, they're 6-3. But in theory, both of these teams, or at least one of them, could be 6-3. Not both. But yeah, they don't have an easy road to the playoffs from here. They'll need to start putting together some wins. And in recent history, these two teams have actually faced off quite a few times. And we'll talk about that in just a second. But before we do, we'll hop ourselves inside the draft and get ready to go. So it's going to be MYM versus FNATIC. Best of one, as always, for Starladder. And we'll see if we got our draft overlay right this time. Yes, we do. The luck is with me. But yeah, these two teams have played 4 games in the past month or so. And FNATIC currently leading the head-to-head 3-1. So they actually played like 5 to 6 days ago in the joint Dota League. They split the series 1-1. And I didn't get to watch it, but just judging from some of these comments in the joint Dota match discussion, it sounds like MYM may have thrown away a lead in game number 2, so at least had a shot at the 2-0 sweep. But prior to that, they also played 2 BO1s, one for the Dream League, actually both for the Dream League, and FNATIC took both of those in a convincing 1-0 sweep. So FNATIC has the recent head-to-head history advantage, but both teams fairly evenly matched, kind of in that obviously FNATIC has proven themselves more at previous LAN events historically, but as of late, FNATIC has looked a little weak. I think ever since EMS near the end of last winter, that's when, you could even go to Starladder Season 8 at the LAN finals. They were a bit underwhelming, just got crushed by everyone they played, and have not looked convincing since then. But we all know they're capable of better, and we'll see if they can put their feet on the right path starting here today. So, well, the draft is underway. We'll walk through it quickly. There's a Visage Batrider ban in the first phase. FNATIC with the first overall pick. No surprises, FNATIC love their Tiny Wisp. Meet Your Maker's going to ban that out. Hani's also been running that solo mid Rat Naga a bit. In fact, he beat MYM with it in their previous 2-game series for the joint Dota League, so that will get banned out as well. And then with the first overall pick, FNATIC selects the Lycanthrope. Against the Lycan MYM, they get a Dazzle, great plus armor for your whole team. Grave really strong against Lycan. Since he doesn't have any crowd control or instant killing power, he attacks fast, does a lot of damage, but it's not instant. Grave is very strong against him, and the physical armor from Weave, also very strong. So I like the Dazzle pick against Lycan. Invoker also offers you plenty of control and good lockdown to deal with him. Pretty much all of his spells, aside from, like, say, Ice Wall, are very good versus Lycan. So that's a good pick. And then Nyx, just a generally good offlaner, very versatile, ganker type hero. Can go solo mid. Not the best matchup versus Invoker, though, so I imagine this may be more of an offlane or potentially even a support Nyx. In the second stage of the draft, we see MYM with the first pick coming out of that stage. The second pick coming out of that stage. They go ahead and ban out the Ancient Apparition, as well as the Puck. And then it's FNATIC's turn to ban out the Chen, as well as the Morphling. And no, sorry, it was MYM with the first overall pick out of the second stage. So they'll go Starladder, and then FNATIC will go for their Enchantress, and MYM pick up a Crystal Maiden, and now it's up to FNATIC. What's that fourth hero going to be? Shadow Shaman's the choice. So FNATIC going for a very strong pushing draft, and actually I'm a little surprised Shadow Shaman didn't get banned. Whenever you see Lycan, and you already have a lot of push, and then you throw the wards on top of that, it's going to be hard for MYM to defend. This is where they need a really early blink on Starladder. He should be their safe lane farmer most likely, so MYM are looking at an offlaner here. And as for FNATIC, it could be an offlane Nyx. That's what I would lean towards, but there is a slight chance maybe it goes solo mid, and they run something else there. In theory, you can run Shadow Shaman mid as well, though he generally does not fare too well against Invoker.
10 seconds remaining.
But yeah, it's been the year of the Lycan. It's supposed to be the year of the wolf, the year of the horse in terms of Chinese New Year, but it appears it may be the year of the wolf. It's even slipping me up in terms of my ability to speak proper English. What are you going to do? So yeah, both teams 3-3, big match for both of them. The Hani Storm will get the axe here. So MYM are definitely expecting not a solo mid Shadow Shaman, which, to be fair, is not generally something Hani will play, though I certainly feel he's capable of it. But in terms of Hani heroes left, Invoker's already picked up. Storm and Puck are off the board. We've seen him on like Queen of Pain in the past quite a bit, and the thing is that Queen of Pain is going to have a hard time this game. There's a lot of crowd control to deal with her. Cold Snap, EMP Tornado, Blink Crush, and of course the Frostbite. So I don't think it'll be a Quap. Plus, you generally want to pick Quap to dominate your lane, and Quap's not going to dominate an Invoker too hard. So yeah, curious to see what Hani will play this game. If they want to go a little bit different, there's, I mean, more passive solo mids, which I don't expect to see, like an OD. This is where I would really love to be able to see the pool of available heroes while I'm casting. Well, I'm going to alt-tab and bring them up. Let's see if anything comes to mind. There's always tempo controllers like Dragonite, and actually Dragonite would fit in very well with these other picks. Sure, you might not win your lane, but his high armor makes him a little bit more durable against Starladder, can control the pushes early, apply a lot of pressure in the lanes, and with Lycan on the team, you can just rush the BKB and still have really good damage from Hal. So I actually think a Dragonite would be a pretty strong pick here.
Radiant team.
There's also heroes like Doom still in the pool, but hold that thought. We've got ourselves an X. Sound the X alert. Sound the X alert. MYM have picked them up. Oh, this is gonna be good. We got ourselves an X. What'll FNATIC go for here? They did ban out an offlaner in the Clockwork. They were expecting just a regular offlaner, but with this pick, it makes you wonder, are MYM going to do something a little bit different with their lanes? They probably expect an offlane Nyx with the Shadow Shaman pick, which means if it is an offlane Nyx, Axe will do fine 1v1, Starladder would do fine 1v1, and they can go aggressive tri-lane, most likely I would say with the Axe. Maybe we see some early creep skipping here from MYM.
Reserve time.
Yeah, I'm thinking like a Dazzle, Crystal Maiden, Axe, offensive tri-lane, run the Starladder 1v1 against the Nyx, and run the Invoker solo
10
mid.
seconds remaining.
Of course, that's where FNATIC could look to just rotate the Enchantress offensive jungle and go for some early tower dives and try and kill the Axe off that way. So, or the Starladder rather. But it'll be a Lich from FNATIC. So this does put your Shadow Shaman and your Nyx into core roles. Okay, so guess he has Shadow Shaman mid for Hani. Nope, Fly. Oh, it's the solo offlane Lich. Okay. Well, before we introduce the game too much, let's go ahead, fix our overlays here, hop ourselves officially inside the game, and away we go. Yeah, prize pool's almost broke 200k, guys! Thanks again to everyone who's supported Starladder Season 9 thus far. You are directly supporting the players, the tournament, and in fact, us as well. So, it's awesome to see all the support. We hope the prize pool does continue to grow, and if you haven't already done so, there's still a lot of good games ahead, and there's tons of awesome replays. China group stages have wrapped up. DK and IG have already punched their tickets to Kiev. Soon one Korean team will join them. But yeah, we haven't decided all that just yet. So the game's underway now. We'll hop into it. I guess, I think this is Trixie. He's using an annoying name and making my life difficult.
Prepare for battle.
Okay, it is Trixie. So it is the solo offlane Lich. Something we've seen Alliance run for Bulldog occasionally. We'll have to see if Trixie's able to rat it up the way Bulldog was, but it's going to be just a best of one, guys. Your first of 4 matches for Starladder Europe for the day. And we'll start our introductions now. On the Radiant side, we've got Team MYM. Crit will be handling your Crystal Maiden Unicorn. This farming Slaughter. He almost broke the CS record, or was it the GPF? I think it was the CS record the other day. K-Pop-Tosis was telling me. I don't know if he actually broke it, but he was very close. He had a pretty epic match. And I think they actually lost that match. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they lost that match as well. But Unicorn on the Slaughter. I don't think we'll see any CS records get broken today. Mini on the Dazzle. Ace going to be playing the Axe and Exist as the Invoker. The early null tile has been picked up. And on the Red Dire side, we've got Team FNATIC. The Nyx Assassin will go to Hani. Early Poor Man Shield, so just not looking forward to the harassment that will be coming his way from the Invoker. Wants to be as durable as possible. Fly on the Shadow Shaman. No tail your Enchantress. That does put Mr. Trixie under the Lich. Did I get everyone? That's only 4. Oh, one of them is not selected as hero yet. That would be Era. And already I forget what hero he's playing. Let's see, is it too late to alt-tab and look at the stream? No, it's not too late. It is the Lycan. Duh. Alright, he'll reconnect. Hopefully we don't have too many pauses. Hopefully we don't have too many. It's gonna bust up my rhythm, guys. But we're back underway. This is, again, just your first of 4 games today. And we'll see how the teams look to play it out. FNATIC with the Lich, Enchantress, and Lycan are definitely a bit of a threat to go for the level 1 Roche. You can have the Untouchable Enchantress tank it a bit. The Frost Armor will slow down the Roshan's ability to kill you, and Lycan can do decent damage with Hal. And it looks like MYM are somewhat worried about it. Oh, maybe not. They just want to contest the woods. Okay. They're going to get off to an aggressive start. Want to shut down that jungle enchantress. Slow her down as quickly as possible. And, oh, they're going to find Hani. Poor man's shield or not. He walks right into 5. Hani not where he wants to be. They do need this crush to connect. It will. And I think that should be the end. Great body blocking from Ace. Hani, though, gets the carapace off. Where was the Berserker's call? Are they going to get the kill? Yes, they are. All right. Made me nervous. No Berserker's call, no Battle Hunger, but the poison from the Shadow Priest, the Dazzle, ticks them down. Now they drop a sentry. The first blood's really bonus for MYM. The main goal is just to shut down this jungle enchantress. And speaking of which, no tail, 1 observer, no sentries. Actually, FNATIC have not bought any sentries. This could go poorly for them. He's going to have to abandon this jungle pretty quickly. This is where you're up against the tri-lane Axe, oh no, it's tri-lane Starladder. Okay, they're not going to do the creep skipping shenanigans. They'll run the Axe 1v1 mid, they're expecting the Hani Nyx to go there. And Axe dominates pretty much any melee hero 1v1, so that'll be a good matchup for him. Outside of like a Darkseer or something where even an Axe will struggle. But to put the Invoker bottom up against the Lich, and well, Invoker is a quite level-dependent hero. It'll hurt him a bit having these creeps denied, but ultimately it's still a solo lane. Nobody's leeching his experience, so Exist should still be okay. And the question is, how hard does Ace win this lane? Hani's gonna have his hands full. He is lucky though in the sense that there's a level 1 counter, no level 1 counter helix, so that makes the lane quite a bit easier. But level 2 will come after this first wave, and then it'll get harder for Hani. Yeah, he'll just have to sit back, get as much experience as possible, and if the Battle Hunger spam starts coming out, he'll have to play this one very defensively. Actually, No-Tail did buy sentries, and he got the 1 sentry here. Did he block his own camp? I think he might have blocked his own camp. Well, anyway, he doesn't want to be in his jungle regardless. He's like, you know what? This sucks. I'm going offensive jungle. And with the Invoker going Exort build and sitting bottom, this is a potentially easy first blood. Well, not first blood, but first kill for FNATIC. Yeah, Exort Invoker in the safe lane. There's a lot of just angles of egress to get into the lane, tower dive him, and go for the kills. So Axe already backs off. We'll clear up the medium camp while the lane's pushed, so pretty efficient from him. Hani sitting back, just hitting level 3, already ace level 4, so getting that experience advantage, and No-Tail's going to bring him some help, it looks like. The Wildkin will head in mid, then he'll head back towards bottom. As for the top lane here for FNATIC, Fly, Era, not having a very good time, and with all these sentries and... Yeah, he did block his own camp. That's right. Okay. Well, that's why he rotated out. But that's just a fail moment here for FNATIC. 2 sentries to deward a sentry, which was going to expire in 3 minutes anyway, and then being forced to abandon the lane regardless. And on top of that, this camp is also blocked. So the Lycan has exactly 1 camp to access, and that's the one MYM can most easily contest. They will go in mid now, though. Looking for Ace, who's posting up on Hani, but he will get impaled. I don't know if this is going to be enough to bring him down. They need this clap to connect. There's an impale in 5 seconds. He gets off the Berserker's call, keeps on running. Now he Battle Hungers the creep, slowing it down a bit, giving himself a little more move speed, but it's not enough. Still the impale comes through. The clap's there as well. They get the big kill mid. While that was happening, it looks like the Shadow Shaman went on top. So 1 for 1. In that sense. But getting a kill on the solo mid hero, that's a big play, because Hani, as a solo mid, is going to have a really fast level progression. And when you're solo mid Nyx against underleveled supports, which these offensive tri-lane supports will be, especially since they blocked their own po-camp on the offensive tri-lane. So, sure they get the kill, but you're still looking at level 3 supports, and if they don't keep on getting kills, they'll slow down a lot. And that's where the Nyx hits a fast level 6 with that first kill mid, and he can turn that top lane around. So I'd say a bigger kill here for FNATIC. Plus it's a disadvantage matchup. A matchup where the Axe is going to need, or is going to win if he's left alone. So No-Tail off to a rip-roaring start. Can he keep it up? That'll be the question here. Meanwhile, just looking at these solo lanes, I guess, we've got Exist sitting 5 and 2. He's getting just trashed by this Lich so far, and harassed out of lane now as well. He does drop a cold snap, and there's no No-Tail nearby for this. He'll come back in, just 15 and 16 and 6 on the Lich, with just a Bassi. Wow, this Exort Invoker, he's been forced to sit on Quas quite a bit because of all the harassment coming out from the Lich. Now generally Lich will win the level progression, but to crush the CS war that hard as well is pretty impressive. The nice thing is you can somewhat use your Dark Ritual just to spam Frost Blast and get some last hits with it as well. But now they'll go in on Tsunami. Do-do-do, Trixie. Be careful, my friend. They're coming for you. No, they're fine. Actually, Crit's the one in a bit of trouble here. We'll be okay. Meanwhile, at the bottom rune, there's an engagement there as well. Hani's on the chase. Impale's cooling down. Are they going to bother? He'll go for it, but No Tail just wanted to farm creeps, man. So that's not going to happen. Meanwhile, your Tread's out. And the Lycan's finally gone woods. Era just says, you know what? This lane isn't working for me. Already level 5 on the Nyx, and then also the Invis rune up. There's a ping coming out top lane, but my eyes are on mid, where this courier could go down. No, there's no Vendetta damage. Yeah, he's Invis, but no Vendetta damage, so not an easy kill. Especially not while it's flying. Just bad luck, honestly. If he was level 6, he gets that kill. But Axe is not an easy hero to tower dive. When they killed him mid, he was over here and he started running the long way around. But he's got 830 health, and with Berserker's Call, he gets an insane amount of armor. Bonus 40. So basically, sure they've got some nuke damage here, but a lot of it is just the creeps auto attacks from the Enchantress that'll bring him down. So they're not going to force it too much. But that bottom tower dive, rather ill-advised. Your Crystal Maiden is so low. And at any moment, if No Tail shows up, could easily fall. So despite giving up the first blood, FNATIC are up a casual 2k experience. That offlane Lich. Level 7 when the Invoker's level 5. And what doesn't help is now the CM somewhat stealing their experience as well. And top lane, although going on Fly the Sunstrike's there. Looks like it was just a sprint into a crush and then an easy kill. And now a TP on mid as the tower dive commences. But who's diving whom? I say good day, sir! As Ace brings down No Tail. Gives them the chop. Now onto Hani. Casual cold snap on the creeps. But the chase is onto Hani, and this is a level 3 Battle Hunger. One more Battle Hunger and Hani's dead. There's your call. Another dunk, another kill. And Ace is just cruising. He might get the triple dunk. He needs this slow. A couple auto attacks. Prepare yourselves. Off with his head. Off with his head. Triple kill for Ace. Dunks are in the house. Shaquille O'Neal has arrived. Oh boy. That triple dunk. So much for the experience advantage. Oh my goodness. 2.5k experience advantage. Well, 2.25k. Right back the other way. The gold lead. Right back the other way. And if Axe was ever gone, he's certainly back now. And he's heading bottom, too. This could be... Lich is a little bit harder to dive. He's got really good base move speed. But with the battle... And phase boots. I don't think they can get this kill. They've got to almost catch him when the phase boots are on cooldown and get the Nova Bite, which they might do just now. Let's see. Is he going to just... 1 or 2 steps too far? There's a Dire Observer Ward here, so I think he actually did see this. But yeah, Fly's gonna get caught on top lane. The Crush gets canceled mid-animation. The Sunstrike comes through. It's actually enough damage to bring the Shadow Shaman down, but Mini, self-grave. They need a Crush to keep on running here. These wolves are the problem. Where's that heal? Heal in the trees, Crush as well. They'll get the kill. They get the kill, they get out. 7-1 your score. And FNATIC are just crumbling. And they're looking for a wraparound here. Trixie, will he see this one coming? There's a Battle Hunger at the ready. The chop's available, and they'll come in with the phase boots. Axe the Chain Frost. What were those bounces? Doesn't matter. Another dunk. Another kill. Oh, Ace. You master. But the Chain Frost is still bouncing. What? What the hell? I'm so confused. I don't know if I'm just blind and didn't see it bouncing or something. Whatever. That was weird, man. That was freaking weird. Okay. Hani's coming in top, though. He's looking for Mini here. He's got an Impale available. He doesn't connect on the Starladder, though. It'll be enough to get that kill anyway. Well, FNATIC striking back a bit here. They kill off the Axe. That's a big kill, because this Axe is level 8, so... I mean, definitely a kill they needed, but Ace is coming right back in. Not to be thwarted by a single setback. And if he gets in here, he knows the Chain Frost is on cooldown, but he's got to be worried about these wards. Sure, X has really high armor with Berserker's Call, but, well, they've already dropped the ward, so there's no ward trap available. Now he kind of zones the Lich towards the wards, but the Lich says, great, that's where I can kill crit. Trixie just juking through the trees. He's looking for another Nova. He's a little short on the Frost Blast, though. Meanwhile, on the backside of the fight, Ace, can he actually get this kill? Sunstrike! Got him!
bottom tower
Indeed
is
got
under
him.
attack.
And Trixie's about to fall here, I feel. He's trapped behind the tower. There's nowhere to run. They're just waiting for these last few wards to die. Actually, Crit's worried about another Frost Blast. And meanwhile, Ace is also a bit worried as he gets clipped on the backside. But Exist comes in, and now he's found Trixie. He's phasing. He's juking. They kill off the No-Tell Enchantress top, but our eyes are on bottom where Trixie, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. He will fall. But yeah, they got this kill on the Enchantress while that was happening. So, a bloody, bloody start to this game. 11-4 your score. MYM, now leading by 2k gold. Experience only a 1k lead. But the Midas comes out for the Invoker. I actually like this choice a lot. He's up against an offlane Lich. He got really far behind in level progression, but after those kills and with this Midas, he's right back in it. 3-0 and 2. A lot of those Sunstrike kills. And even if you're not in EXP range, if you get the kill, you do get the experience. So the power of the Exort Invoker. Definitely a comeback hero in that sense. Nice aggressive Observer Wards get placed. I think right now for MYM, the key thing is getting a Blink Dagger on someone. The Starladder actually already... Oh, he's already got it. Oh, this is trouble for FNATIC. They need to do something like sneak a Roche, just rat it up on the other side of the map. They do not want to be fighting an Axe and a Starladder with Blink right now. Plus, these guys have Grave backing them up, as well as the level 2 heal. So they'll go for the trade here mid. And meanwhile, I'm just watching the chat reaction right now to that Chain Frost. Seeing if I'm an idiot or if it just came out of nowhere. Okay. Seems like no one else saw it. Maybe it's just because my camera didn't catch whatever was going on. But suddenly a wild Chain Frost appears. There's your Hal. They're not really pushing it. This is where FNATIC need to make a play happen, but do not want to get wrapped into a 5v5 in a fair fight. They have Chain Frost off cooldown. They're smoked towards top. Ani's in front. Can he get the opening here? He did use the Vendetta, but it's already worn off, so they're going to see this coming. Can they juke the Impale? Just a Mana Burn. Well, Crit will fall here. No way he gets out of these trees. Actually try for the TP out. Hani? Impale? Impale? No Impale? Where's the CM going to go? Well, she doesn't have a Quelling Blade. I mean, there's not that many places she could have gone. But meanwhile, mid, Blink at Crust. They know that Smoke Gank failed top, and they go right in mid. Secure the easy kill. Yeah, there's like only... You can only go up here or over here. And he was guessing the right direction, too, but just wasn't sure about it. Waited a little bit too long. Meanwhile, mid, the tower will get sieged. They've got the double Force Spirits out now, but bottom lane, there's another Blink Crush. Unicorn delivers again. He's been all over the place this game. The tower's in deny range now, and No-Tell wants to contest this. There's more heroes rotating into towards this middle lane. Wolf just zoning mini back a bit, but the thing for FNATIC is their only initiation is this Nyx. Is it going to be good enough? Yes, it is. Hani comes in from the side. Mana Burns there. Great Impale follow-up. And this could be Roche for FNATIC, potentially. They might give it a go. They've already popped their Hal. And yeah, straight to the pit. They get the 2 kills mid, and they say, a tier 1's nice, but a Roche is better. However, I don't think this is going to go uncontested. Or is it? Ace is the TP. He could TP out. He's good. There's no blink on him, but the Slarddar's got one. Slarddar's sitting mid. Looks like they don't want to fight into the ward. That is a bit tough. Fighting into a team with Hal, with the wards. The Hal's on cooldown, but will be up fairly soon. So Ace will just creep skip top. They'll try and take a tier 1 in exchange. And it looks like they'll probably get it. Yeah, no glyph here. FNATIC could TP to defend this, but it's a bit risky right now. And meanwhile, MYM get off a double D-ward. They D-ward here, and they also D-warded the lane ward that was mid. So I think there was one that was like up on the hill that the Starladder was killing off. So double D-ward and a tier 1 for Roche. Not too shabby. And their gold lead just keeps on going one direction, straight up. Up by 5k gold, 2k experience, and they are hunting for some kills here. Exist, use your Midas! The courier gets sniped! Oh, it was mid-delivery. What did it have? Oh, that's the wrong courier. Radiant courier. Oh, it had a completed Yule Scepter! Hani with the plays. If they go on to turn this game, this man right here, MVP. Wow, completed Yule Scepter. That's nearly a 3k gold investment. Not available for 3 minutes time. And you get an item like Yule's now. If you have 3 more minutes to farm, you'd almost rather just go straight for like a Necro 3 or a Hex, because that 3 minutes of utility, it being a cheaper item, is a lot of the benefit to going for it. Otherwise, you might as well go for the slightly more expensive item that you could farm if you were given a few more minutes. So that's a bigger deal than what it maybe looks like on paper. But MYM, now they decide they want to mount this defense. They'll group up bottom lane. There's an Aegis up on the Lycan, but he's still only got Treads and a Vlad, so not a hero who can take fights. Not in the slightest. Sure, there's no Yules on the Invoker. Maybe Era can show up late and clean up, but Starladder and Axe are just like the perfect heroes to shut him down. Minus armor, mass stun, even going through BKB if he manages to farm it in the form of the Axe. Actually, in both. The Berserker's Call and the Bash, both going through BKB. Well, guys, we've got ourselves a pause here. No, never mind. No pause. Unicorn, is he thinking about a go? Doesn't want to commit to Era, but Era's a little bit out here. They could just pop his Aegis, and there's no one to back him up. Do they have a gem yet? No gem, no sentries. Oh, this is risky. They've got the one sentry in the lane, but they got to stay near it. We'll see these wolves coming in now. They're ignoring them, though. They're playing dumb, like they don't have a sentry. No, never mind. Never mind that. Like, well, we could play dumb, or we could just kill the frickin' wolves. But they let the tower get denied, and there's 5 groups up bottom. That's a big win for FNATIC. This is the stage in the game where I'm thinking MYM should be getting a gem soon. Axe, Starladder, pretty tanky. Maybe they want to wait for the Starladder BKB, but beyond that, they'll need one for the wolves, and they'll also really need one for the Nyx. In some way, the wolves almost worse than the Nyx, just because they can constantly be scouting you. And they could take bigger risks than the hero, so they'll be all over the place. Blink in the middle lane, there's a crush on the Era. He gets caught out, 2 hero impale from Hani, not enough. They were trying to bait the Aegis here, but there's a Berserker's Call. No Berserker's Call ready, just the crush. The Chain Frost comes flying in, bounces to exist. Now, onto the Dazzle. They hold Unicorn in position for the time being, but he's got a crush cooling down. He gets impaled. Focus down, the Grave is absolutely perfect. But this Axe is just chasing the Lycan for some reason. Help your team, my friend. He doesn't do it. Now they're going to fall. Still chasing the Lycan. Now the Lycan's chasing the Axe. The Axe is bitten off more than he can chew. He'll blink away. Meanwhile on mid, Mini dropping low. He gets hexed up. He's got one heal here, but it won't matter. He'll fall. That Axe, not a big fan of chasing the Lycan. I mean, he's like all the way over here. There were 4 heroes that were low here. If he gets off a Berserker's Call on them, they'd probably win that fight. Look how low Fly is. No Tail was a bit lower. There's a Sunstrike, but not going to connect.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
And all of a sudden, they've got a mech. FNATIC are, don't call it a comeback yet, but it's getting there. Getting there quickly. And this is where MYM have the double Blink Dagger. Really want to be just finding pickoffs with these. They can gank anyone. Even the Lycan is very easily killed off by an Axe Starladder combo. You get off just one of the stuns, the other one shows up in time, and that's the death of the hero. There's an Observer, or Sentry here for the Radiant. But on the hunt is Hani. He's looking for this Crystal Maiden, and there's no tier 1 mid now. Actually, he'll find the Dazzle. Even better. We'll go for the Impale. There's no Grave in time to Mana Burn. One more right click. Gets the kill. And blinks out in the nick of time as well. This is what they need. They need to just buy some time for this Lycan. Era had a truly horrendous start. Up against a tri-lane with a Dazzle CM. Not a lane that he can be expected to win. But he rotated to the jungle. He's caught up pretty nicely. Now sits at 5 and FK, and his team has the mech on the Lich, so with the core items starting to come out, FNATIC are a bit poorer now, but you can't underestimate a team that's got Hal. Just one good initiation from Hani here. Could be easily the death of the Starladder. No Dazzle in the back. They're going with the Blink Hex. Fly's actually picked his up as well. The Impale comes through, and there's just no chance. Thought the Nyx would lead that, but hey, you've got a Blink on the Shaman, so much the better. I think FNATIC are making a comeback here. MYM just do not seem to know what to do with their lead. And Hani's like, great, let's keep it rolling. Another kill. Mega kill all of a sudden. 5-2 and 5.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Well, this is what I was somewhat talking about with the mid-game Nyx, being able to just feast on these low-leveled supports, but I didn't really expect it to go quite this far. Exist now on the run. There's a Carapace pop, so they can't stun him, and the Mana Burn gets the kill. Hani's just like a ping-pong roll, bouncing from lane to lane, and everywhere he goes, he's getting nothing but net here, just slamming home the kills. All of a sudden, What was a 7-1 game is now a 13-13 game. This looks a lot like the Beyond the Summit logo, guys. Just saying. At the what lies beyond the summit? A valley. A valley of doom and destruction for MYM, apparently, as the siege mounts. The wolves are dropped here. The tower will fall. They go for the deny. Don't get it, though. The Lycan's going to get the last hit. And all of a sudden, they want to jump in. They'll blink. The Impale's going to miss, though. Do they turn around on this? Ace? No, the wolves are just constantly canceling his blink dagger. Ever so annoying. This is where, going back to what I said earlier, they should just get a gem, honestly. These supports have blown a lot of money on Sentry Ward. And they also just desperately need some BKBs. The BKB for the Starladder. Potentially one for the Axe, although I think he might be going... Oh no, sorry, he bought his Blade Mail. I thought he had more gold, but I guess I'm just crazy. I thought he was maybe going for an Egg and Scepter, but... Yeah, they just need more armor on this team in general. Sure, you've got the minus armor from the Starladder, but you're up against Lycan, and you're up against the Wolves. And PAL damage, the wards as well. A lot of physical damage coming out from FNATIC, so... Any armor the team can pick up, like a cheap, cost-effective item like Blade Mail, is very advisable. There's a big Radiant Smoke here, but you just look at these lanes. Bottom lane's well into the base. Top lane's pushing to the tower. FNATIC aren't defending this, which makes MYM suspicious that they're maybe getting smoke ganked. And as a result, they'll just plop down an Observer Ward above themselves.
Dire's middle tower is
Well, Unicorn's been spotted out now, so there won't be any sneaky entrances here. And now with the Blink Force on the Nyx, suddenly Trixie working towards an Ags. Maybe really will be that carry Lich. Bulldog was pretty farmed on his Lich the other day. They've spent so much money on sentries. Connie's on the prowl again. The thing is, they have to stay, like, in the lane, where FNATIC know where they are, or they're just vulnerable to these Nyx ganks. That's where the gem is a huge benefit, and as a result, we'll see an initiation here, but the Deafening Blast Meteor comes in. Fly gets annihilated. Great turnaround from MYM, and they're not done yet. There's a Blink Crush. Ace thought they were backing off, but he should be getting ready to chop, chop, chop. Not coming in for the dunk just yet. The Grave goes off on Unicorn. Meanwhile, on the backside, Exist dropping low. Do they have another heal here? They need a Poison Touch. The Impale connects. One more right click. No, the Mana Burn does it in. That's 3 for 2 so far, and they're not done just yet. They Force Staff after Mini. Haster in top. Oh, he didn't get it. Will FNATIC go back for it? Nah, they don't even need it. Cleaned up by Era. Double kill for him. And Ace could have this haste, but he's just going to give it up to the Nyx. Could have just blinked in and ran away. MYM, somewhat self-destructing here, honestly. FNATIC are just punishing their every misplay. Constantly on the initiation. That was a good counter-initiate from the Invoker, but they just committed, and it's where they are running this Axe Starladder combo. Two heroes that want to just bash brother all over the enemy team. You know, blink on them, crush, call, and just start going to work. Problem is, you are just ideal targets for Shade Frost at that stage. And they also had slight miscommunication there, where Ace kind of backed off. The Starladder blinks in and crushes the Lich, then the Axe backs off, then he runs in, and that's where the Chain Frost goes off. If they had timed that properly, and both gone in on the Lich, I think they could have killed him without letting the Chain Frost come out. Or at least made it a bit harder, but... Well, now they smoke, and they do it right under a Dire Observer Ward. This is going to go poorly for MYM. This could be the fight that just ends the game against them. Actually scout out the Roche Pit here, as you can use the Dazzle ult to give you vision, and it's got just a ridiculous AoE. It's like a screen and a half. They're going to try and sneak it. But they're doing it against Wolves. What is MYM thinking? What is the plan? They have Wolves. Where's your sentries? They do have sentries, like, around the pit, but they don't have any vision into the pit. Maybe just trying to bait FNATIC there. Okay. I thought they were actually committing to that. I was going to say, what is going on here? But no, perhaps just trying to bait FNATIC in. And now it's FNATIC's turn to smoke. Who's going to get the jump here? Let's find out. Impale was just used, so the Nyx won't be going in for a few seconds. Crit will finagle onto the high ground. Parked on top of a sentry. But I feel a lot of this fight is just up to the Axe to get a good initiation. perhaps the Starladder, but with no BKBs, they have to kill off this Lich or bait out the Chain Frost. The Blink Impale hits both initiators, while meanwhile they go in on Exist, the backline Invoker, the Squisher here, the Call hits nothing but Necro Minions, and now the Chain Frost starts bouncing onto Exist, now onto the Dazzle. Great initiation coming out from Hani, locking the 2 initiators of MYM in position while they clean up the supports. That's 3 dead, and that's going to be 4 dead as the Starladder also falls. No tail with the question marks. Bro, what you doing? And there will be a memorial here to mark his grave. Which No-Tail proudly parades over before marching down mid. They're not even going to bother with the Roche now. Just straight down the mid lane. They won't have the wards, but does it even matter? Really, what's the difference? Yeah, I was trying to get Pure Inflex to join me for the cast. Speaking of Delta Split, and I gotta say, MYM's Delta Splits have been just a little bit too slow this game. Not respecting the Lich, who's about to have the the dreaded 1 minute cooldown ultimate. No, he's not about that. He's only level 12. But eventually he'll have it if this game goes on long enough. The Chain Frosts haven't even been that amazing. They've just been good enough. And that's where MYM don't have their BKBs out, don't have a pipe on the axe or anything like that. So even if the Chain Frost only hits 3 or 4 targets, that's a really big chunk of AoE damage. They'll go for this Roche, though. The Courier's off chopping, buys a Void Stone, but the Roche Clash comes now. Ace leaps in, Roche is low, Sunstrike to fly, the Call only goes onto the Lycan. Actually, did he even catch it with it? I'm not too sure. The Lycan just keeps it running away. Don't think so. Now the Big Bad Wolf goes back in. They clean up Ace. And in the middle of the pit, Era's just munching on fools. Brings down one. Time for Mini now. And Crit ain't getting out either. He'll Grave, he'll head one way. Crit will go the other. But the fight's lost. There's just nowhere to run. MYM are just feeding at this point. 3 heroes dead. They knew if they gave up that Roche. They didn't really have a choice, to be honest. Like, if they give up that Roche, then FNATIC just walks straight down mid with 5. Drop the wards, throw in the wolves, drop the Necrobook, and take the base. But unfortunately, not a very good contest either. And meanwhile, weird stuff is going on in the world of Dota. So they'll just keep on pushing through mid. Actually, no. I guess this is where FNATIC's like, oh, right. They still have a tier 1 top. And a tier 2. Let's start there, get some easy gold before we proceed on into the base. Unicorn will go for the TP out. Hani, this time, no hesitation on the Blink Impale, but slightly off the mark as well. And I think they could just push. We'll actually see... Oh, okay, we're going to see a little rat Dota here. Not even rat Dota, just Necrobook Dota. This Lich will be going for one as well. So, they'll just have the mass summon army. The Zeus strat is our good friend. Much love and Kappa, Lysander himself likes to call it. And FNATIC just start pushing top. Do they have the Assault Cuirass complete? No, just a level 1 Necro for Trixie. Okay. And they'll take a tier 1 here. I think if you're MYM, you're almost obligated to go for a smoke gank and try and backstab them. If you let a team with a Lycan and this many Necrobooks get to your base, you'll just lose there. Or find a pickoff like this, which they just might. Hani goes in, gets the Impale off, Carapaces too. Then Force Staff's back out, and Unicorn wants to fight. He's got a fresh BKB. He's going to commit to this, and from the side, Mini comes out. The Crush connects on 2, but they don't have the follow-up damage. Ace just focusing on minions. The wards are going to zone 3 away. Great wards from Fly. Now Unicorn just running, heading for the hills. They're all melting beneath the Hellfire. And now it's the Big Bad Wolf. Force Staff onto the high ground. Is there TP out available? He will get it off. But the damage is done. 2 dead. 2 nearly as well. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Yeah, this is the death of the top, the tier 2, and possibly they might wait for the Shadow Shaman here. It's a little risky to try and break the base without him. Maybe they bait out an axe buyback and then retreat, but we'll see if they really want to commit all the way. There's going to be a blink in, Crush initiation, as well as the Dazzle, but with this Lich Frost armor, 22 armor on the Lich. They will just assassinate the Dazzle, though. The Blink Bros come in. Mainly just Hani. And No-Tail's like, yeah, I'll help you out with an imp or two here. Crush on No-Tail. Sunstrike, they get the kill. Wow, that Sunstrike did more than I was expecting. And now they might get a Lich as well. This would be a big kill. From the sidelines, though, they're going on to exist. Force Staff is there. He's still got a Yules available. They are trying to bring down Mr. Doo-Doo-Doo. Trixie gets bashed. Oh, that's some bad luck, my friend. And then he gets crushed and brought down. Nicely done by Unicorn. Now Axe shows up, looking for the dunks, looking to just slice some fools' heads off. Will there be a blink out from this Nyx? Gets off the Impale. Nope. Now Ace, hexed up. Now just locked down by the Lycan, and gonna fall. Doesn't get the dunk. No dunk for you, sir. Hani juking away. He'll clear off the Axe damage over time here. The Battle Hunger. Couldn't remember the name for a second. Now they'll push into the base. That was mad buybacks using. Well, not buybacks. Just the one, the Enchantress. Now Blink. Impale. Crit will fall as well. And at long last, FNATIC have found critical mass here. 3 heroes dead. Do any of them have buybacks at the ready? It doesn't look like it. Nope, no buybacks of any kind for the Radiant. That'll be 1 lane of Rex. That could be 2. That's most likely game. FNATIC, they were down a lot. Down 5k gold, 4k gold, 7 to 1. Lycan had nothing. The Lich was pretty useless. He had the long cooldown ultimate that stage of the game. We'll see the Meatball. One more attempt to kill off No-Tail, but just pops his heal. Exist just feeding his life away at this point. Just trying to make a kill happen. GG. MYM now 3-4 and FNATIC with an important win. 4-3 against another solid contender in the middle of the group. Not out of the woods yet if you're FNATIC, but a win they needed. Showing some backbone in this game. Well, that was not expected, guys. I gotta tell you, not what I thought would happen after the way that game started. There was a distinct lack of chopping towards the end, but what can you do? What can you do? So, with that being said, that's going to wrap up our first game of the day. Congratulations to Team FNATIC. They win yet another. They're 4-3 in the group so far. Coming up next, we will have a bit of CIS Dota. Relax will be playing 2 series in a row. First, they play Sigma, and we only have 1 Insane versus Cleve. Not 3.